everybody. Welcome to Married Lifers.
Welcome to Married Life. This Big Gray and my co-host, Matt Boy from East Andover Villa.
What it do? Happy birthday, brother man.
I appreciate it. Hey, since got off the shower and it was my birthday, I was saying you could have been in your birthday suit. Birthday's all the way around.
No, thank you.
And my mom said, tell you happy birthday and she loves you, bro. It's so stupid.
It's not so dark. I send my love to them over there.
Oh, yeah. Mike Cerner, too. I was with him the other day. I was talking with him the other day. He sends his love and everything, too.
All right. I want to send another birthday shout out to the homeboy Bumper's daughter, Sochi, and say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. He named her Sochi, the Aztec flowers, you know what I mean? That's pretty tight. I send my love to my homie Bumps. Luke's up.
So Joey Duckett said, happy birthday, Big Greyhound.
Thank you. What's up, Joey? Carry on.
Trying to...
running around, I had to go to work, even though I had a birthday. This was maybe a fish yesterday with the making nachos right now. I just made cake for my birthday. Every just the time that I get in between work and shit. But then I had to go to the gym and go pick up some pictures of visitations and shit. So I've been having a little busy day. Been all over the place.
And then what else?
Then video with my wife. She sent me happy birthday. Had me a cake. I got to blow out the candles. You know.
I bought him a little chocolate cake because German chocolate cake is his favorite.
That's my favorite, too.
It was pretty good. I'm not a chocolate person like that, but this cake was pretty fire.
German chocolate cake is my favorite with fucking mint chocolate chip ice cream.
Yeah, that's my favorite ice cream, too.
Is it? Because I thought German chocolate ice cream was your favorite ice cream.
You dig?
Did you know they have German chocolate ice cream?
I didn't. I'm not surprised, but I didn't, honestly, actually. I didn't.
I didn't either. He got it at the last in Lyman. He was able to get it, and I was like, what? German chocolate ice cream?
I don't know. I mean, it could be good.
They had an ice cream sale, so I got and it happened to be one of the flavors that they had. I was in Iceland.
And then this man gets more than he needs and gets a brain freeze. Make it make sense. You're
Go ahead.
Petunia's on, baby. She said happy birthday.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Thank you. Still going strong all these years later. Look young as hell, but you know.
I'm looking up German chocolate ice cream right now.
Yeah, that's his bomb.
It looked like it's bomb. Yeah. I might be able to fuck with that.
A little bit, you know what I mean? It's okay to cheat every now and then. Have a little guilty pleasure.
You do it more than every now and then, baby.
What?
I said you do it more than every now and then.
Yeah. How do you think I went from Greyhound to dog to Greyhound to bus?
Hey, how often do you guys have fundraisers in there?
We got one going right now. We got fucking. So I think they do. Where I'm at personally, I believe they do it every month. We're doing a little teasers right now, and then one for some breakfast shit. So yeah, that's what we're doing right now.
Shit, that's good. Over there.
When did they start? Like it seems like the last few joints that I went to, not Illinois, but the last few, like in New Mexico and out here, they be doing the fundraisers, and at home they started doing the fundraisers even at SMU too.
Yeah. The first fundraiser I can remember was where were we? Maury. It was after the hostage situation. The tower got taken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was between that transitionary period where because they had split everybody up after that tower got taken, and because we were all three custodies were on one yard, so they split everybody up and put them on different yards, and that's when I can recall I can't remember what I want to say pizza, but I can't recall what it was, and then when we got to because from there we went to Santa Rita after they split us up. And then they moved us to Santa Rita, the threes of Santa Rita. So I remember having them over there again. But yeah, around shortly after that hostage situation, whenever it was.
Santa Rita, yeah.
Yeah, it's been they've been for a while, but like, it was always sketchy for the most part while I was in there. I think they started getting more consistent the last time I was in there, which, they maybe done them like every 2-3 months or some shit like that. But they should do them every month like they do over there where you're at.
Yeah, so like in the other parts they do fucking it just depends on what they're doing. You know what I mean? They do different shit. Like the last few of them, they're alright. For me, it was like a bunch of candy and shit that they were selling and shit like that. You know what I mean? Which is cool. I'm not big on spending $1 million on some candy and shit, but some food, like some pizza and shit like that, that's cool. I'm down for that.
Yeah, they were also like they would have fundraisers for like sheets and comforters and blankets and pillows and all kinds of different shit, bro. They were like it just depended on what was the most popular thing that the inmates wanted to do is what they would do. I don't know how they do that shit now, but
yeah. So like one of the other joints out here, up in Sterling, shit, they did a fucking one of those. They did a fundraiser like that. Cologne and shit. Fools are popping up to these other joints with cologne from that other joint and shit. I'm like, damn, wish they would fucking have that down here. Motherfucker want to smell good.
How do they choose what fundraisers you guys are gonna do? Do they have a committee for that or what?
Well, so like over here they got like different groups. So like it kind of reminds me of a college where you got different fraternities promoting different shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you got different groups. Like this dude, he's a facilitator for this drug program. They get funds for the streets and this and that. So they're pushing a sale to try to raise money for this, and this, so that they'll bring it to the warden and talk about like, hey, we want to push a fundraiser. So like I'm part of this group called the Lifers Group, right? And they be doing fundraisers to raise money for the kids to buy them school supplies and backpacks and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
They'll have food sales, but they, so they tack on. So like where I'm at, a large pizza is $11, right? But when they do but that's just for this unit where we get the special meal and shit, right? It's not extra tax. But but when they do the fundraiser, that same $11 pizza might be $32. You know what I mean? Because the last time we did what was it, Pizza Hut thing? I think it was Pizza Hut. The shit was like $32 for a fucking I think it was a medium pizza with some fucking breadsticks or some shit like that. But that was because half the proceeds go toward the whatever it was, victims' rights or whatever the issue, the thing is, and then the other money goes towards the group raising money so they have money to do certain shit that they need to do.
Yeah, I know here they were like, so they would get a discount deal on wherever they would go because they're getting bulk shit, but they would mark up $100 off of that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
something was $5, it'd be 10. Something was 10, it'd be 20 because that other is for the donation. But they usually got discount rates for everything. See, them motherfuckers, they'd be having to close down a goddamn Peter Piper or whatever, Little Caesar. They have to close them motherfuckers down to get that many pizzas done. That's their day's worth of work. That's an entire day's worth of work. That number of pizzas that they have to deliver.
I bet you they make more than they would if they were open to the public.
They
doing
do.
programs like that.
They do make. Sometimes, like, there's been one where fundraiser where they had to use two different ones. One couldn't handle the volume, so they actually had to get it from two different locations.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's like here at the other joint I was at for Subway. We were doing Subway and fucking I guess wherever they were going to get the Subway from couldn't handle it, so they went to another little city and they were able to get the orders and shit. So we had like motherfuckers ordering fucking Subway and shit.
Babe, Ruben Leon said happy birthday, Greyhound.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Are you really though?
Yeah. I mean, don't let the little whites in my goatee fool you.
The little whites?
I'm starting to feel my age. I'm starting to sound my goddamn age.
All of us are looking our age. Like,
yeah, like, fuck.
I'm on your coattails. I see you and Big. You guys are all white now. Like, when I see a picture of them,
you have 1 minute
I'm
left.
like, damn, I didn't even recognize what that white ass goatee.
I be getting called black while you bullshit. Much time I spend in the sun.
that ain't no shit.
For real, dog.
You get in this zone where, like, you know, as time is flying by, don't get me wrong, you see it in the mirror, you see it in pictures, but reality doesn't hit you right away. Like, you're like, damn, it's been that long, and damn, I'm getting old. You know what I mean? Sometimes you feel a little aches and pains. You need to put a little oil on the joints and shit. You know what I mean? But we live rough lives, so we always hate it.
Are you really?
But then reality hits, it's like, oh yeah.
Thank you for using Securus. Goodbye.
He's the Theo now instead of the youngster.
That's the thing. It's like, it's heartbreaking for me because, like, I have the experience and I have to remember him being in there. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. It's a hard thing. You know what I mean? Fucking, you know. But that's what inspires me at the end of the day is those that can't be there with me. You know what I mean? But it sucks.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot too, because we talk about when our daughter was little going into the prison, like when we first met over 20 years ago. Not when we first met, but when we had her. And it's like that seems like such a long time ago, but then it seems like just yesterday, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Securus. You may start the conversation now.
So many memories are so fresh. It's like I was telling homie, it's like there's so much that we can't talk about, and I wish we could. I mean, I honestly wish that the record could be set straight, but you know,
that's what I think. A lot of when the trolls get on here and try and talk shit, it's like if you knew everything, like if you knew the stuff that we couldn't say, then it would make sense. You know what I mean?
That's the thing about it. But like, you know, I was thinking about it because, like, I was getting asked questions about the Warrior Society on my live earlier, and it's like, yeah, I remember I was there, but like, I have no further insights into it, and I won't even speak to it. You know what I mean? I was thinking about, like, you know, that's the draw to the channel here with Greyhound, is him being in there, and you know, people's intrigue with that. Where me myself, I'm not. You know what I mean? And that's the drawback, because it takes from that, because like, I'll just sit here and listen. You know what I mean? Like, I have no interest in it. I don't watch it, but I know that people do. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
He said, "What's that?"
The any discussions about prison or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, those are conversations for you. You know, people are interested and they want to know. But like, because somebody was asking me earlier on my live about the Warrior Society and the Navajos and shit. You know what I mean? So I can only speak to what I can speak to, but I realize that there's a lot of people that are interested in that conversation. You know what I mean? And you're better to have it than myself. I don't particularly care to have it, but I mean, I'm so far removed from it. That's not my life.
Yeah, but certain things, certain stuff that they're interested about or curious about. For example, we'll say with that, right? We can't speak on nothing other than the peripheral. You know what I mean? Because one, we never rode underneath that influence or deeply in tune into that influence of stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that, like, the only thing that ever get spoke of, it would be something in the peripheral. You know what I mean? Like when I was on his yard, this is what I seen or what I heard type shit. You know what I mean? But not inner workings and stuff, unless maybe somebody did have that. I don't know. But yeah, that's just and again, that's
He's breaking up on my end.
you know something being outside of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Peter Hernandez said, "Happy birthday, big dog."
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. And,
I've been singing that to him all day.
I meant this, man. My throat's all fucked up. I need some cough drops, and I meant to get some at my mom's, but I was in a rush to get back over here because she lives by my doctor's office. So I stopped by over there. I had to get something anyway, and then, hey man, I need some cough drops. My fucking throat is getting worse.
Hey, babe.
What?
Sister, where I'm on the ground on the carpet.
Yeah.
For my birthday when I was out there. Going over, I crashed out on the floor.
I thought that was at Cisco's house.
No, Cisco. Cisco did the other one.
Yeah. Hey, he was. Hey, you know what though? It used to be so live, dude. When Greyhound and my brother Rudolph used to get drunk. Cause they're both the life of the fucking party, dude. Like, now we used to have so much fun, dude.
We used to get wild.
Hey, but that's.
I think
That's what me and Naomi were talking about. Like, there's just so much that we can't even talk about, and I wish we could. Dude. You know what I mean? Like, I wish we could tell the whole goddamn story, but yeah, we gotta stick to what we can give the people. You know what I mean? And even if we could, honestly, I don't think it's all it's worth the telling. You know what I mean?
I
know. I mean,
because you're not interested in that shit, but like
I know. Oh, listen, what you mean, my life story? you talking about when I jumped off of buildings and shit. I don't do it no more. That's the difference. I mean, when I sit there and watch it, I mean, if they offer me $100 million for the story, yeah. You know what I mean? It might be
Oh,
worth
that's
it.
interesting, dude. Like the little stories I heard of you guys that my husband tells me, I'm like, you guys were a fucking mess.
They
Like
don't know
it's funny. Like it would be a funny story. It would be a funny fucking movie. If they made a movie of his life, I would probably beat him. But you know, it's a lot of it's funny.
A lot of, I mean, the story could be told in a comedic way. You know what I mean? Like it can be made out to be a funny story, as deadly and serious as it is at certain points. But yeah, like
yeah, I'm not talking about that part. I'm talking about the knucklehead shit you guys did together, the dumb shit, the partying, those kind of fucking stories. You and that Daniela girl getting shot, like those stories are fucking funny. I would want to beat my husband at the same time, but they're funny and they're interesting.
Man, I was standing there in front of everybody pissing on the living room floor because I didn't know what to do. I pulled it out, started pissing on the living room floor because I just couldn't think no more. I took a hot one in the head, dude. I couldn't think. I think I was thinking with the wrong head and it wasn't working. I said, fuck it.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Hey, Danny's all got her pants down. She's in her panties and shit, showing everybody her bullet wound. I sit in the living room with my dick out, pissing on the floor. Fuck, I need some cough drops. Somebody bring me some cough drops, please.
Bring me some cough drops. You guys were a fucking mess, I'm telling you.
We were a hot ass mess. What do you mean? We weren't just
that ain't no lie. That ain't no fucking lie.
It was a volcano of some hot ass mess. We were spewing that shit all over.
I can imagine getting shot there.
Hey, we were infecting everybody with our shit. You have no idea. When me and Greyhound were out here. all of them so-called OGs, the way the motherfuckers were with us and shit. Oh no, never mind.
I would have fucked my husband up. I'm just saying.
Oh shit.
I would have had to beat him a few times.
They needed us so bad. Anyway.
You guys are ridiculous.
But it was real life stuff.
That's real life, baby. We lived it. We lived it up. I mean, I just regret that you can't be here now. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. That's I always gotta express that shit, as hurtful as it is, man. But yeah, bro, it's one of them things. I know you accept it, but I don't know. It's like accepting the loss of my brother. I just
you know what I mean? It's like it came with the territory and shit. You know what I mean? I don't have. There was this time when I first got locked up, and I was mad. Fool fucking snitched on me and shit like that. But I was just like, we understood the consequences regardless of how it happened or what happened or where it happened and shit, you know what I mean? I understood the consequences, so I stopped being some weak motherfucker or whatever. I just took it in stride and shit and make the best of it. You know what I mean? 25 years later, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always tell them we can ask that question because that's a big discussion with the girls when we're talking within the wives, especially for the ones that have husbands that are on death row or life without parole or natural life, as my husband does, and it's hard. It's like for the most part, you just keep your head down. You keep your head down. Yeah, I said that.
In prison.
That's what I said. They basically gave him death row without the death sentence, without the death date.
I mean, he has the privileges of coming and going and being classified, and there's a lot of liberties that he has not being sentenced to death. But yeah, I mean, as it stands, natural life is natural life.
So it's like that penalty is like when you get knocked out and you get starched and you're laid out on the ground. Natural life is when you get knocked out on your feet and you just run around punch drunk, just not understand.
God, that's a fucking hell of a way to describe that shit, dude. Like,
you know what I mean? I'm still walking, but I'm
Hey, hold on. Hey, Chris B, because I got some of my wrenches on there. They coming from my channel. Chris B, he just tapping in. Hey, this is my brother Greyhound, Raw 100 with Greyhound. He's doing the natural life sentence for murder, killing the highest ranking member of the Mexican Mafia to turn at the time. And that's my brother. I'm actually named in this case, but can't speak about that. I don't know nothing about it. I wasn't there. But
so
yeah.
Peter said, "Oh, gee, I drove by Edison Park," and then that Chris he's talking about said, "Just tapping in. What's going on?"
Oh, and it's Greyhound's birthday too. Just so you know, this is Greyhound. This is his wife Naomi. It's my brother Greyhound that's on the phone, and this their channel. But yeah, so like anybody with that interest in that subject, there's a lot of questions that he can answer personally. You know what I mean? That I care not to. You know what I mean? Because it's just not my life. You know what I mean? But yeah, and it's his birthday today. So happy birthday to my brother Greyhound again. Happy birthday.
I like the way Joey said it, babe. Joey said sometimes you gotta shit in the sink and not sink in the shit.
For reals, bro. That makes sense, bro. For real. Yeah.
I don't think about it like I was just talking with me and somebody was just talking about time in itself. There's days where it just flies by, you know what I mean? Other times where it drags. When I was locked down in the box, all the meters, it would drag and fly by at the same time. You know what I mean? And, but you just gotta cope and deal with shit and take it in stride. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's hard to explain to somebody to see the silver lining in a death sentence of being knocked out on your feet. You know what I mean? But you just go with the flow. Like at this time, I was able to do things, and I got a daughter, I got a wife, I got, you know what I mean? Just a lot of shit has come with me. You know what I mean? Like it's been bittersweet. I had to go through some bitterness and then sweetness. You know what I mean? So like, you know, it's give and take. You know what I mean? Dish and serve. So so I just take it like that. I try not to get caught up in a lot of stuff and let my emotions get the best of me, and that's good, because you know what I mean. You can be the worst enemy. You know what I mean?
Right. Especially in a place like that, man. It's easy to grow hopeless and despair in a place like that, man. I know from my own personal experience.
We've seen a lot of people commit suicide, get cut on themselves, try to hang themselves, and give up.
It's crazy you say that, because if I had to do that time, I would crash out. I would wait for my opportunity. I would catch them at shift change when there's as many cops as possible, and I start killing them. I would just start stabbing them up. I would take them hostage. I start gutting them, and I would force the state to sentence me to death, and I go die on death row.
But that's them too, because at the end of the day, a lot of people are on death row for years. Some of them just die of natural causes because they're on that motherfucker so long. You know what I mean? That's not a solution either. Like, I get it.
You have
and
two
I try to keep my husband's head in a positive space, because at the end of the day, you can't lose hope. You know what I mean? I keep saying that laws change, things happen. I wholeheartedly believe that my husband will be home someday.
Yeah, see, if I went in then, I would. But if I had to face it now, no, I'd rather die. I'd rather just face the death penalty. That's why they know they'd have to take me out here. I would not go out alive. You're not gonna do that. You see what I'm saying? So that decision was made before I came back out. You know what I mean? And for me, yeah, I'm gonna die right here. I'm gonna hold court right here on these streets before I allow them to take me back and go do some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, if there's ever a chance that I'm gonna face that possibility, then yeah, they're gonna have to kill me before they take me. Justice is gonna be happening right now. You feel I'm guilty? Let's do that shit.
Trouble.
I don't get in trouble. So I'm saying I'm not tripping about it, but if, like, that's the thing with him. If with him, if I went in and I've been down 25 years, yeah, there's hope. You know what I mean? Like there really is. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't feel no hope giving it all up now. You know what I mean? Like think about the sacrifices that it would be right now if I went to prison. Hell no, dude, I'd rather die right
I
now.
think it's different because you went in and you came out and you've been out for so long. You know what I mean? My husband
I
went
wanna
in,
know
came
that.
out, went in, came out, went in, came out, like back to back to back. So he's like, it's different for him. But I try to keep him positive. I know some days he has his days like we all do. You know what I mean? That's what I was saying. Like for the most part, we just keep our head down and keep going. We just keep going with what we're doing and don't really try to dwell on a lot of shit.
I'm gonna tell you, man, there really is hope. And I tell you, there's legislative hope. And the thing is there's people right now that are actually pushing an agenda, especially with this administration, for those changes in the law that would actually fucking reduce a lot of sentences from natural to life and whatnot. There's a lot of people, the lot that's at play in that state, especially as it pertains to law. Because as it stands, that's where the hope lies. You know what I mean? In legislative changes.
Well, listen, me and him tripped out on it because back in the day when we had our daughter, him even being here in Colorado it was off the table. There was no possibility ever. He was slammed down. There was no possibility of me being able to touch my husband, him touch our daughter, us kiss him. None of that, dude. Like that was something that was just not. It wasn't a possibility. And look at all these years later. By the grace of God, he ended up here in Colorado. You know what I mean? And now I get to see him. He gets to hold his daughter. We get a kiss. We get a touch. And there was years upon years where we didn't have any of that. So that's why I hold on to hope because at one point that wasn't possible.
Yeah, that's the thing is like I was thinking about you saying it's like I you know, for all those years I'd hoped to get in touch with him, but didn't think that I would or could. You know what I mean? I always thought that case itself would be cause enough. You know what I mean? But there was always the hope. You know what I mean? That I would have that friendship with him. That you know what I mean? Because I knew he knew. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like you're saying, like you know, I'm thinking about it, like because I was thinking that as you were saying that, like he has so much to hope for. You know what I mean? Like so much to. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people out here rooting for him. You know what I mean? Like there is a lot of people, you know, all of us that know him are rooting for him. You know what I mean? And are hopeful that he will make it out. You know what I mean? Because here's the reality. Like, has he changed? Yeah. Obviously. He's tempered by life, by time itself. You know what I mean? Time itself, age itself will slow you down, calm you down, make you think more, humble you. You know what I mean? Like just to look at yourself in gray. Is something like that, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I believe like you believe that he'll get out. You know what I mean? Because
I had this celly, right?
You have 1 minute left.
When he was 16, gave him natural life, and he was like, "Hey, you know, you can't give up hope and shit." He's like, you always gotta think positive, you know what I mean, and not accept your fate. He was like, it took me 31 years. He was on year 31. When he did 30 years, his case got overturned. And he got some shit to do when he was a juvenile. He got, instead of a natural life, he got 40 years, right? And he was like, look, man, he's like, it took me 30 years for me to get attention on my shit. He's like, I've been down longer than you. He's like, you're gonna go on 25 years and fucking it ain't happened for you yet, but it took 30 years for me to fucking be my natural life. You know what I mean? He's like, so you should never give up, and you should always keep trying and keep an eye open for something happening that's positive. You know what I mean?
I'll say this because I was thinking about it. Matter of fact, I just ran into somebody at Walmart as I went to go get the groceries. I was telling you, I ran into a buddy of mine who was a lifer, and I didn't think he was getting out. I was telling him I seen him. He's actually going to barber school right now, barber college right now and shit, right? And he was telling me how he got denied 5 times before they let him out. Finally let him out the board at 25. And And I was telling him, I was like, man, I was always hopeful you would get out, man. You're one of the people that I knew you'd be all right getting out here. You know what I mean? Seeing him out. Another buddy of mine, he was doing 45 to life. Seeing him out here, you know what I mean? Like he came to, I was actually copying all of his legal work when he was doing his appeal. I used to copy. Dude, you're talking like hundreds of dollars worth of copies for free. You know what I mean? Because I believed in him. Like these dudes, I'm like, well, Fred, he went to the board and got out. He never claimed innocence. But like Jack and Dylan Coyle, they did, and they got proven to be right. They got out. You know what I mean? That's like, you know, there's always that. Look at Lewis Taylor. Lewis Taylor did 40-something years for fucking burning down the Pioneer Hotel. He always claimed his innocence, and then after 40-something years, the Innocent Project finally got him out. Not that he was innocent, but the evidence against him, they knew was faulty. They knew it was racist, racially motivating, all this other shit. They just couldn't figure out how the fire was started. It was electrical. But yeah,
there's comments, Dave. So Alexander said, "What's good, OG Greyhound and Naomi and in Daniel? Hope everything is going good this evening." And then Michael Montenegro, said, "Shout out married lifers, love you guys." Daniel, shout out brother, everyone, love yous. Free Greyhound.
Appreciate the love, man.
Appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the words of encouragement.
And again, happy birthday to my ball and chain.
For real.
Because he's always teasing me. He told our daughter, "I'm going to get a tattoo with a ball and a chain on my ankle."
Why not?
Because that's supposed to represent me. That's some bullshit.
What you mean? I think that's dope as fuck.
And our daughter thinks it's the funniest shit ever. She's like, "You should do it." No.
Nah, yeah, he should. Hey, bro, do it around your ankle and put the ball on your foot. Dead ass. Put her name on it.
Fuck you.
Do a tight ass and fucking, and they have it right, the ball right there on my foot. You know what I mean? Where her name is engraved inside the metal ball.
Right.
Baby, if you did that, I would beat you. That's so disrespectful, dude.
Hey, it ain't lying if you don't tell.
Whatever. Alexander said, "Happy birthday, Greyhound." Shit, I hope everything's going good for you and your man. Keep your head up.
Thank you.
Hey, Naomi, you know he's going to do it, right?
No. He already has his name on the side of his head, all big, and then he has it on his hand.
Nah, man, nah. The ball and chain that's the lick right there, man. That's the one right there. That's the heart. That's the heart on top of the heart with the name on it right there. Like, that's the ultimate right there.
Whatever, dude.
He's letting you know for life.
It's always been for life. 20 years going on.
Why
back and forth.
Why not the ball and chain? You don't feel like you're holding him down or what? You don't.
I do hold him down.
Rooted enough or what?
I feel like that's disrespectful.
Disrespectful?
Yes.
Okay, what if he tattooed a big old anchor and put your name on it?
That's the same thing, ass. That's disrespectful.
We got the U.S. We got the anchor from the USS Arizona over there at the Capitol. That's cool. I think it's cool. I like that. It's gangster.
You're so dumb. You can do an
hey, I'm not playing for reals. I do. I like that idea.
I like the fact that the anchor holds him down. Like, I like that explanation.
Listen.
The ball is like something that you gotta drag into.
Listen, when I think of that ball and chance, what I'm thinking about, your ass ain't going too far, homie. You safe. You good. You know what I'm saying? You good. That's what I say. It's an honor. That's an honor and a privilege. I ain't lying.
Okay, babe. I'm good with you doing the anchor.
Get a big ass anchor on it.
Because who holds you down, love?
You do.
You do?
But you got to have the chain on it, though. Around the ankle.
gonna have a chain. I have some big ass links on that motherfucker. When the mandible is locked up on my ankle, I have it ripping my skin and shit. Like a muscle and bone showing.
You're so fucking extra, dude.
He is.
He always got to be extra. Like he always got to put some extra shit on there, no matter what I'm talking about. It always got to be extra.
I threw it on him like I ain't extra. Yeah, you are.
Off my whole foot.
There
You're
you go.
ridiculous. You're ridiculous, sir. Ridiculous.
On the ridiculous. Fuck, I got a headache. Dog.
What's the weather like on the home front today?
You don't want to know.
Birthday weather like?
Right now it's 114 with a high of 115. We're just cooling down. We're just cooling down.
Arizona doesn't cool down, so I don't know what cooling down is to you. That
At
motherfucking
mid-
stays
at-
on
at-
high.
At midnight it's gonna be 98. What do you mean? Cool.
That's dude. What is it right now here?
We have an overnight low of 85 degrees. We're gonna wake up at
Cooling
85.
down is like right now when it starts getting about 8, 9 o'clock here, we get this nice cool breeze. So even though it was sweating hot all day, we get that nice cool breeze that comes in at night. You guys get a hot hair dryer breeze at night.
Yeah, if we had the Rocky Mountains and the Purple Majesty and all that shit surrounding us, yeah. All that
Whatever.
good shit. Purple Mountains and Majesty and above the fruited plain.
So my
Okay.
oldest daughter is going out there in a couple weeks, and I'm like, dude, are you crazy? And she's like, well, my best friend wants to go, and I was like,
Where, here?
yes. I was like, and then I started sending her the screenshots you're sending me of the weather out there, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna die out there.
The
We're
weather.
not.
Hey, but you know, look, I'm gonna tell you something. Tuesday, it's gonna be 98 degrees. High of 98 degrees on
Again,
Tuesday.
your guys' hot is different than our hot. Like you're dry, nasty hot.
I prefer humidity, but you know, you have too many motherfuckers here that don't like the humidity.
Well,
It's
my
true.
daughter, she's a crybaby like I am. So her best friend's like, where are we gonna go to the pool at? She's like, bitch, I'm staying in the house or in the car. I'm not going anywhere else.
I grew up in the Aquanetta era. And then my Aquanetta girls and them Aquanetta boys that used to spray their hair with the Aquanetta, them motherfuckers hated the humidity, especially in monsoon, because Aquanetta don't work too well in the monsoon when it get muggy.
Aquanet.
They can't do the big old hairdos that look like this. You know what I mean?
I sent my husband a picture of me from the 7th grade and my hair's like that because we used to like do it straight up and then spray it and then blow dry it so it like stood. So I have pictures of me like back in middle school and shit like that and sent it to him and he's over there laughing.
Aquanetta. Were you in Aquanetta too? Did you use Aquanetta?
Aquanet all day.
Aquanetta. What up,
pink
Aquanetta?
can.
You're an Aquanetta.
The white and pink can all day, every day.
You know what I used to use Aquanet for? To crease
What?
my motherfucking Levi's.
Why didn't you just use the can of starch for that?
Why? When there's plenty of Aquanetta there that serve it does better than the fucking starch.
I didn't know you could do that. That's gross.
Yes. There was an abundance of Aquanetta there. It's cheaper than fucking starch and it works
It was
better
cheap.
than starch.
It was cheap as fuck. I'll give you that.
Yeah. And then when I got a mother, well, my mom didn't, but my sister, my brother, they'd be all Aquanetted out. It'd be tons of that shit in there. My brother used to get mad. I'd be using his Aquanetta. He come in there, he smell it. He smell me ironing my shit. Here's my fucking hairspray. Sorry. I'm done though.
You're so dumb.
Fucking Aquanettas.
It's funny that you call it Aquanetta.
I call them Aquanettas.
You're crazy. You look at the pictures from back then. I'm like, my kids make fun of me, and I'm like, dude, that was the style then. Like now, when you guys get older and you see the way you dress and shit now, when you're an adult like me, you're gonna be making fun of yourself. Like, what was I thinking? You know what I mean?
I try to. I mean, why is it that we don't get that? Human beings don't get that. We don't understand that generation already did it, and they're telling you you're gonna look funny, you're gonna look back, and you're not gonna like it, and they're gonna make fun of you, and then pictures are gonna come out, and they get mad about their baby pictures and shit. Like, well, look what happens when you start doing your own hair and your own makeup. Well, mama didn't do it no more. Look how you look.
I don't know. My kid is conceited and big-headed as my husband is. My oldest daughter is the fucking same. I'm in the car the other day. Me and my daughter were shopping, and my husband was on the phone. And we were talking, and like, she tells him, "How does it feel to have a beautiful daughter?" And I'm like, "Wait, what?" And then he starts going off with her about how cute he is. And then he's like, mom's just surrounded by cuteness. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. I need to start popping airheads and shit in this.
For real. God damn.
Yeah.
I would have to turn off.
My oldest daughter is fucking so conceited. It's ridiculous. I mean, she has a good reason to be. She's a beautiful girl, but
I know nobody has a reason.
Sometimes it's like, take it down a couple notches, dude. My husband's the same way. He's so conceited, and I'm like, take it down, sir. Take it the fuck down.
There's an old saying in the hood: not conceited, convinced.
Is that what it is, babe? You're convinced of what?
All that. He's
Tell me you and Van don't match with the big ass heads. Because our daughter's not like that. But you and Van are.
She said you got a big old balloon head, big old helium head.
Him and my oldest daughter, dude, Savannah. Yeah. They're fucking bad. She sends me pictures every day, all day. And she's like, look how beautiful your daughter is. And I'm like, okay.
Why? What is
like, can you take your face? Yeah, can you take your face out of the camera for 5 seconds, dude?
5 seconds.
Oh no.
Kids are a trip. But him and her together, they'll go back and forth. And I'm like, oh my God, shut up.
We just name it out there, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it just is what it is.
Isn't?
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's just confidence.
You're ridiculous. You and her are ridiculous.
I'm just saying.
And then he gets all happy. So the last unit he was in, he's, you know, they're calling him Theo and shit, and he's older than most of them. He's with all these 25 and up kids. And so, you know, he's the old dude. Now this unit he went to now, they're like, oh, what's up, youngster? And I was like, oh my God, here we go. I'm going to have to hear about how people are telling my husband that he looks young because now he's with all the viejos.
Oh my God, he's a 76-year-old. This fool, he called me a youngster. He was trying to get a story back in 1966 when he was on the streets. I was like, what? My son's been in the joint. This fool's on death row. He beat death row over in Kansas. He's on interstate compact out here because he's from here, so he got an interstate compact out here with his family. This fool's been in a beat down for 57 years.
God damn.
Ever since he was 18. Now this fool is 76. And he was showing me pictures. He was some of his ex Lucas and shit. He's like, believe it or not, there was a time when I was young and good looking.
That's crazy, dog. 57 years.
Yeah, 50 fucking 7 years, man. So I was like, damn, so when we talk about like our time and you know, we got a lot of time type shit, right? And then you think of this thing where it said, I was upset because I didn't have no new shoes until I met the man who didn't have no feet. And so, like, well, my son, he's doing 57 years, and they keep denying his parole every year because he killed some rich motherfucker And that's somebody be there campaigning every year every time parole comes up. So 57 years later, they're still shooting his ass down.
Fuck, dog.
And that
Well,
years,
that's a long ass time being 57. I'm 49 years old, dog. That's almost 10 years. That's almost 10 years older than myself.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's a female. You know what I mean? He was only 18, but it's crazy because he had 3 females pregnant and shit, so he's got kids and his kids and shit are in his life and shit, you know what I mean? His family's in his life and stuff still. He got kids and kids and all like that.
Oh,
I don't want to be that person.
hell. Oh, shit.
And I'm halfway, and I got half of his sentence. I'm 25 in.
That's a long, yeah. Wait, June or July, you have 25, huh?
July.
July?
July the 31st. The 31st of this month is 25.
Yeah. That's so long ago, bro. Fuck. Damn. That took me way back.
Way.
That has some flashback. That came with some flashbacks right there, dog. That shit came with some flashbacks. You should have seen I laid back on my fucking couch right on my head, and I was like, fuck, it really did came with a flood of flashbacks. That's why I did that. It was overwhelming the thoughts that went through. God damn. People don't even know the half of this shit though. God. Oh. Free Greyhound, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it just goes forward, man. You know what I mean? What people say, you know, time keep on slipping into the future.
Shit, we're here now, bro. We're here now, and it's. I mean, things are looking good, man. I think so. You know what I mean? I got hope, bro. I do.
I'll always have hope.
That's the thing with me is like, you know, I say that like the hope that I have for myself, I have for others. You know what I mean? Like, not that you're gonna do what I do or whatever, but you know, that good will happen for good people. You know what I mean? Like in spite of it all, because you know, we can't be judged by what's behind us if we're not that no more. You know what I mean? And that's you know my thing with putting distance between all of it, but myself and all of it. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I'm hopeful that everybody, man, will you know live their best lives and you know.
It's funny because the people that try to bring the past up, you know what I mean, use that against you. It's like if you ask them, how would you feel if somebody used, you know, the worst thing you did in your life and somebody from years ago and keeps using it against you, like how would you feel? And then when they put it in perspective for themselves, then they're all like, oh, okay, yeah, you know what I mean? I don't want to be judged for that, but you can keep trying to judge other people. So people annoy the fuck out of me, dude. Today I went to go turn in my plate because I got a new car. So I went to the DMV to turn in my plates, and there was this lady sitting outside, and she's asking for everybody's signature, right? They're trying to pass a law where sex offenders have to do 85% of their time. And she's out there telling people, you know, can you sign this? And she explains it. And this rude ass bitch was like, no. She gave her attitude of shit. And I looked at her and I was like, what the fuck? I go, it's sad that people don't care about this shit now. But when it happens to you, then it's a fucking problem. You know what I mean? Then you want things done. Like, you didn't have to be rude about it. And then that other lady's like, thank you. She's like, you said what I wanted to say. And it was just like reaction. I can't stand some people, dude. I'm like, nobody realizes any of that until it's put in perspectives of them. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, let's keep using his past against him, what he did back then, because he did it. But don't use none of my past stuff against me. I'm a new person. Like, don't use that against me. Okay, make it fucking make sense.
It don't. It's hypocrisy. I mean,
Yeah.
it just. I mean, the reality of it is, I mean, people have done, and I say that for myself, is like, you know, I've done so many things unknowingly, you know what I mean? Not realizing the error of my way, you know what I mean? Many people don't. Many people don't see the hypocrisy in that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or it's only a problem when it affects them is my whole point with that little story from earlier, because it's like, unless you put it in perspective for them to where it affects them, then it's an issue. You know what I mean?
Right.
And there's
Thank
no
you
need
for
to be
using
rude on top of
Securus.
that. Like, that
Goodbye.
pissed me off today. Like, I looked at her and I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? You want to be rude and shit, but if that ends up happening to you and sex offender comes into your life and does something to somebody you love, then it's a fucking problem.
Right.
Like, why not be proactive with this shit? You know what I mean? Everybody sees sex offenders being released and they're all up in roars and upset, but nobody's doing shit about it. And when you could do a simple signature, you're being rude. Like, the fuck out of here with that. Unless you're a fucking pedophile yourself, you know what I mean? That's the only way it makes sense to me why you'd be rude like that. Or your husband or somebody you know is, you know what I mean? Like, what? Make it make sense for me.
It don't, it won't, they can't.
And that's how you always have to explain things to people. Like, you have to put in perspectives where it affects them. And then they're like, oh, okay, yeah. Well, no, I don't want to be judged. Or, yeah, no, that's a problem for me. Of course, because you're putting it in a way that it's going to affect you. If you don't do it that way, nobody cares about nothing.
No.
And that's aggravating to me, dude.
I know. That's it. I don't know. But I continue on, you know what I mean? People will eventually see it. People will eventually get it, you know what I mean? Like, that's why, like, with a lot of times, I don't mind these fools trolling and shit, because all they're doing is giving me the opportunity to explain to everyone else certain behavior patterns. I don't need to put a face to it. It's somebody's actions, and they're telling, you know what I mean, to the psychology of a person, you know what I mean? Like, how they think. But, you know.
I trip out on all the trolling shit, dude, because you keep hearing stories, right? I just heard this story yesterday where this chick, they were young chicks, I believe in Texas, if I'm correct, but they were going at it on Facebook talking shit, and this bitch was behind the screen talking shit. And this is the thing that people don't get. You're behind screen talking shit, but you can be touched. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get too brave with that shit. So that chick went out with her dude or with some dude. They went looking for this bitch and they found her address and shit. And they ended up shooting, and one of the girls and the dude died.
Yep.
And it's like, that's what people don't understand. Like, you think you're safe behind these screens, running your mouth, and, you know, eventually people find out who you are and shit gets carried away. But, like, you're not safe standing behind these screens talking shit. And a lot of people don't get that.
That's why I go live on location.
Mm-hmm.
To show how safe I am in public.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to talk shit, though, my whole thing is, like, if you're going to talk shit, have your name and your profile picture on there.
Out there.
Like, you know what I mean? If not, then just keep your stupid ass comments to yourself.
Make up a troll ass account with some funny ass name just for shits and giggles, and say some stupid ass shit just to egg a motherfucker on, as if you don't see me live on location.
Yeah, but you see this shit so much, dude.
That's why I say, like, for me personally, just being out there is trolling them. I know it is. I don't have to say that. Just my presence out there does that to them, because they can't. You know what I mean? So they like trigger that shit, thinking that they can project their fears onto me. Like, dude, just because you're scared of what you're telling me doesn't mean that I'm scared of it. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I'll go meet you there. Matter of fact, I'll pay for your goddamn ticket. I'll get you gas money, since you motherfuckers seem to have a problem with distance. You know what I mean? But I know that motherfuckers sitting there that are watching, they're not going to go throw their life away. They're not going to risk fucking dying or ending up dying in prison over fucking the conversation when they know they don't believe what the fuck they're saying anyway, and they know I'm right. they're just trying to fucking trigger something because they know they're wrong. Like, dude, it's all good by me because it gives me the opportunity to explain to people the truth. It gives me the opportunity to preach. It gives me the opportunity to teach. And them, it just shows everybody they're going to continue to do what they do. But I tell you, over time, it dwindles itself down because, like today, it's not like motherfuckers know who it is. I just so forgot about these motherfuckers, right? They're so insignificant. I didn't think about shit. But then when I start getting this shit again, like, oh, it's the same shit, dog. Like the same traits, the same habits, like the same two that come on, tit for tat, showing like dog, like come on, man, for reals. Like, listen, what I talk about on my channel, motherfuckers ain't talking about it on their channel. You see what I'm saying? What I get into, what I get at, it has nothing to do with them. So why these motherfuckers come on my shit, this to troll, to distract, deflect, deny? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why these people don't fucking get it for themselves, how immature they are to do that.
I don't either, and it drives me insane. That's why I was talking to his aunt, and she's like, you guys haven't been on, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, it was other issues, but then we got into talking about the trolls, and I'm like, dude, that shit's exhausting. Like, I see a lot of these people going through shit, and like my friends getting trolled on like TikTok and stuff, and a lot of the prison wives get a lot of shit talked. I was talking to my husband about that because, you know, the friend that I brought on here, China, like she's big on there, but she can deal with all that shit. And I'm like, I don't want to put myself out there because I don't want to be arguing with motherfuckers. I don't have time. I work 2 fucking jobs. My husband is a full-time job on his own. You know what I mean? So that's 3.
I don't argue with nobody. Why would I argue with somebody that's, listen, I can only type in so many words in a comment in a live.
Well, I wish you could see the shit that's being said, though.
I don't argue with no one. People got that misconstrued. I don't argue with anyone. I make my points, and that's that. I score my points, and that's that. All they become is proverbs. All they become is a point proven. That's it. I don't need to know who actually it is. I just need everyone to understand their behavior. Because what I know for a fact, they're not going to come where I'm at. They're not going to fucking do nothing. All they're trying to do is distract, which I will listen. The funny thing for me is, like I said, it gives me the opportunity to expose their behaviors so everybody can see. Listen, it's immature for anyone to try to get into a debate with somebody in a comment. I don't care how intelligent a person thinks they are or what they know or what they're getting at in a fucking comments right there in a live chat, but you cannot win a fucking debate. You can't win an argument doing that. So it's immature to even try to do it. It is very, very immature to try to sit there and argue and debate with someone when you can only say a few words. And I have the luxury of just blocking the motherfucker, which I do.
Well, it is like that on there too. I know you're not on there, but it's like there's a whole community where you only see prison wide shit or prison TikTok shit. You know what I mean? And then there'll be people that come on that, you know, something will happen to go across their page, and then they have the opinions about how dumb we are about this and that. And it's like, to me, like listening to that shit is exhausting. I struggle as it is already. You know what I mean? I struggle with my husband not being here. I struggle with all that shit. And to hear somebody talk shit all the time is just, I can't mentally do it. I don't need somebody talking shit to me about the choices I made. It's not your life, dude. And I always tell my husband that, like, I get so mad because I'm like, even with family, like, until you pay my bills, don't have a fucking opinion about what I do.
Their opinions are in the closet to me because they ain't gonna bring it to my attention. When I say bring it to my attention, they ain't gonna come see me with it. So that's not like with that shit. It's just, for me, it's just funny, honestly. You know what I mean? Like,
well, it just depends on who it is. So with my family, it's not necessarily like they don't really like talk shit or put my husband down, but they'll say stuff like, you know, don't you get sad being by yourself or coming to family functions by yourself and shit like that. And you know what I mean? Like, family's different than the whole TikTok stuff. The TikTok stuff is just like, there was somebody on there literally saying that there's a mental disorder for women that marry inmates and shit. And it's like, what? You know what I mean? And it's like relentless. There'll be people on there like TikTok is fucking wild, dude. And they're relentlessly talking shit, and it's like I can't deal with that. So I just don't put myself out there on TikTok like that.
Yeah, there's no filters on it because it's ran by the Chinese government. So I don't go on there. I don't fuck with it. They're stealing your data. I don't fuck with it. I won't do that. Those algorithms, you have to understand something about the algorithms of those particular platforms. That's all you're going to get. You're not going to get anything else but those people with those interests, and they're going to either be pro or con. You're in a niche. You're getting scratched. You're getting scratched the fuck up. You're either going to accept it or not. But you're caught in a niche, and you're getting scratched the fuck up, and that's why. The algorithm is set that way. It's inclined to draw all of that negativity into all of that negativity, which Facebook has had to correct that problem. TikTok won't. TikTok has no intentions on fucking with anything. It's not going to continue to allow them to influence American people. And they're not. It's too influential on the minds of Americans, dude. They're manipulating too many people using it. That's how they're doing it. They're playing us against each other in them fashions.
What were you doing? Think about it.
I was doing my commissary real quick.
Oh, did it go through?
Yeah. Earlier when I was doing it, fucking the phone said something about an error and then it hung up on me, so I had to redo the whole fucking thing real quick. And I didn't want to put it off because I'll procrastinate and be like, oh, I'll do it before 6 o'clock tomorrow, and tomorrow comes and I'll be like, yeah, I didn't do my commissary.
And then what do you got to do? You got to listen to your wife yell at you.
I got to the point where I used to have my salary bill on my fucking store list. I hated doing that shit.
Dude, this man, like the pizza thing, I'm like, baby, when is it due? And he's like, the 10th. And I'm like, okay, just do it now.
No.
Because you'll forget.
The 7th.
I'm just giving an example. Okay, it was the 7th, whatever. So I'm like, the 1st on our daughter's birthday, I'm like, sir, did you do it yet? No, I'll do it later, babe. And I get mad because I'm like, me and him are spacey together. Like I have a calendar where I write all his shit down, and he's like, do I have class today? And I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like if I don't write it down, I'll forget. I got too much shit going on. So I'm always on his ass. He procrastinates all the time. Like, please just get it done. I know it's early. You don't like doing things super early, but do it anyway. So that we don't have to worry about it.
Some stuff she has to help me keep track of because I signed up for certain classes and shit, and then they'll cancel. So like if I'm supposed to go right now, they'll cancel for something, and then next week they'll cancel again, and then I forgot. I'm doing a million different things, and do I got classes this week? And because sometimes some of the classes are not like every week; they're like the first Thursday of this month, and the Tuesday of this month, and I'm like, yeah. And then they cancel each time, and it's hard to keep track of all that shit.
Well, it's hard to keep track when certain ones are like that. So there's one class he has that's the 2nd and the 4th Tuesday of every month, and then the 1st and the 3rd Saturday every month. So you know what I mean? Like even for me, that's hard. Like I write them down on the calendar. So I'm like, baby, you have this today. You have that today. You know what I mean? Because fuck, dude. And then there'll be splurts where he'll sign up for a bunch of classes and they'll shoot him down for every fucking class. And he's sitting there bored, and I'm trying to keep him, positive. I'm trying to keep him on a positive path and not doing nothing that he's not supposed to do. So he applies for all the classes. Then there'll be parts where like he got approved for all of them. So now he's in like 5 different fucking classes, and they're all different days and different times. And I have to write them down, dude. I work 2 jobs. My brain doesn't work. It's not functioning like that. You know what I mean? I'm not 20 years old anymore. I need a calendar. So
that was right after I get off of work. So when I get off of work, I gotta go to that class. But they canceled that class several times in a row. That I forgot about it, or I was behind, and I was just like, I told them I'm not gonna do the class, man. I'm fucking, it's throwing me off, and it's right next to my work schedule, and because there's days that I get off at my normal time. I would get off in the morning at 9, and I go back again at 1 after counting lunchtime. But some days I work longer. Sometimes I won't get off at 9, or I might stay through count, or it just depends. You know what I mean? So the class right after my job conflicts with everything. So I was like, yeah, it's all over the place. It's a good class. Don't get me wrong. It's cool, but I told him I'll do it another time, but I can't do it at that schedule. I got too much on my plate.
Do you want to tell them what book you picked to read for that class?
What?
He picked a book and I got offended. I was like, what the fuck? But it was the book
I
that
didn't understand what you said.
I said, do you want to tell them the book that you picked for that class?
What was it called?
What was it called, babe? I got offended when you first told me. Is Why Did I Get Married, I think.
Why did I get married?
Why did I get married or something? It's some shit like that. She got the book. But it's a good book though. It's technically not like about because it talks about, like, for example, you know how, like, people do wedding planning. They start planning for the wedding and how to do the wedding, but they never really plan for marriage. Like, maybe this is how I'm gonna do my marriage. This is what's gonna go on, and do stuff like that. They work on all that stuff, and then the marriage can just happens right away, and then that's it. You know what I mean? But then you get into the marriage, and then it's wrong with, you got problems, or you didn't know that this happened, or this. So it was discussing that to understand your lovers.
Okay. Can everybody see us? I gotta call Daniel. We got kicked out. I don't know. It says something went wrong and it kicked us out. It says we're live still right now. I'm waiting for Daniel. No, it's not.
You see the headaches I get. I have to go through with my family.
Could anybody hear us? I want to make sure we're still on.
If not, thank you for tuning in for the Green House birthday special. And we'll holler again on Thursday.
I don't know. Maybe it did. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Jew Boy just responded. So I guess we are on. Let's see if Daniel gets on. It does say live, but I don't fucking know what happened. StreamYard kicked us out. He's not responding to my fucking text messages. Just so you know, babe, all your packages shipped right now. I got the message saying they shipped. Okay. So Joey said, yeah, he sees us. We're on. So does Jesse Cerna. Okay, well, I'm waiting for Daniel to reply. See if he replies. If not, then we'll go ahead and end it because I'm getting tired anyways. This is them starting to act like a fool.
My boy made me some nachos, and he was chilling with the motherfucking Call of Duty 3, and my rude ass has been on the phone, and he kept looking at me to see what's going on. Like,
really, babe? Like, really? Because one, we had this planned, and two, I'm tired of your games.
What happened?
I said, one, we had this planned, and two, I'm tired of your games. So you had game time scheduled today?
Yeah, we've had game time scheduled all week. I told you, this stuff goes into planning.
Petunia said, "Tell him it's your Theo Chuco's birthday as well today."
No, my Tio Chuco's birthday is on, I believe, the 7th or the 9th.
So yesterday or tomorrow.
Not the same day as mine. But happy birthday, Tio.
Okay.
And then my cousin Chuco's is like at the end of the month or something. And Michael's is like somewhere around there too.
Oh my God.
See?
Daniel can't get back on because he's saying the link is gone.
I will tell everybody I said, thank you for tuning in.
Oh,
Sorry
just
about the
wait. You just
technical delay.
want to get on your fucking games is all, dude.
Call of Duty.
You've been
If you
playing
play Call of Duty, you would understand.
you haven't even been playing Call of Duty all weekend. You've been playing that stupid Red Dawn Redemption bullshit.
It's called Red Dead. No redemption for what?
Red Dawn Redemption, I thought.
You're messing my stuff up, man.
Who?
You.
What do you mean?
No stylist.
Babe, it is Red Dawn Redemption. How are you going to be playing it for the last 48 hours straight and you don't even know the damn name of it?
Pretty good.
Make it make sense.
It's called Red Dawn.
No, it says
It's
Red
called
Dead. Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Red Dead Redemption 2. It's a cowboy game.
You're ridiculous,
You're
dude.
outlaws. Like, you're outlaws.
Okay. Well, I sent it to Daniel. I don't know. But anyways, the book he was talking about is Things I Wish I'd Known Before We Got Married. So when he got this book, I was offended. But yeah, if you guys are married, this is a good book that you should read with your spouse. Like, it's a really short book, but it talks about stuff on there.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. I give it a thumbs up, 2 thumbs up.
I was just saying, Daniel, the book, it's called Things I Wish I'd Known Before I Got Married.
Oh.
So when he told me that this is the book he picked, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I got all offended. And then he was like, no, babe. And he starts explaining it to me. So I bought the book so we could read it together because he had to do it for that class. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, this is a good book. I would say anybody that's in a relationship, that's married, should read this with their spouse. Like, it's good. It's a good book. And it's super little. Look, it's a short ass book. No, nothing crazy.
I just noticed Memo was on here.
Who's Memo?
Jesse Cerna, the homie Memo.
Oh, yeah. He's the one that told me, because I was like, oh my God, are we on? Because I jumped back on and it was still on live.
Yeah, that's the homie Memo right there.
Petunia said it was yesterday, love.
Yeah, the 7th. Because I know my Tio's is like something like that. So happy birthday, Tio.
Oh, hey, speaking of Memo's birthday was just the other day too. I think. Like,
He said Memo.
I see Michael the other day. Whenever I ran into his brother Michael, it was his birthday.
Happy late birthday.
Yeah, he's was.
Everybody's birthday that it was since the first. But now, man, happy birthday to those that are coming up, man. Happy birthday.
So this is a busy first 2 weeks for us because our daughter started it off on the 1st. My husband's is today on the 8th, and our son's birthday is on the 13th. So it's like, all month it's back-to-back birthdays. And then my mom's is the week after that. Then my sister's the week after that. Then mine the week after that. Like, this is busy times for us.
Busy times, man. All I know is rule, you know, and you know what it is.
No, they don't. Leos do, sir.
Yeah,
Who are you talking to, Daniel?
Leo's only got one speed. You know what I mean? Cancers, we can go slow, we go fast. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? We're flexible.
What do you mean Leos only have one speed?
Yeah, they're just angry all the time. You know what I mean? That's it. So
All
we
right.
get sad, we get happy, we get angry, we get serious, we get robotic. You know
So
what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
just
we go
angry
through
all the time? Because the other day you called me a crybaby.
You're a Leo?
Yeah, I'm a Leo.
Oh my fucking God, dude. Like,
Does that
so
make
many
sense?
Leos. Well, my dad and my youngest sister's birthday is the same day, August 16th. My sister Andrea's is the 19th. And I have so many fucking relatives who are Leos who are born in August. Like, a
I'm the
lot of
5th.
them. There's a gang of homies that are born in August.
I'm the 5th.
You're the 5th?
Yeah.
Yeah,
August 5th.
Doesn't even make no sense.
So you don't make no sense because you said we only have one speed. We're only angry, but you literally just called me a crybaby the other day. So which one is it?
hey, Leos are something special, dude.
You
Leos are the something special birth sign for reals. Like, listen, Leos are the only ones that they celebrate all of August for their birthday, even though all of August is not their fucking birthday. And they
All of
take
August.
the end of September. They take the end of September because Leos begin end of September, end of August. I mean,
No.
July to August, and then they want all that shit for themselves.
I'll wait later down. You did?
So I always post this meme
August
that
is not your
says
birth month.
August is
No,
my
it's not
birth
your
month.
birth month.
I'm accepting dinner
No,
dates,
no.
lunch dates,
Hold on. I'm
and
gonna give you
presents
the
all
exact
month
date,
long.
just so for clarity's sake.
I'm just saying. That's just me. I don't care what your information says. I'm telling you what Naomi says. I celebrate all motherfucking
Doesn't
month.
even make no sense.
And mind you, my kids and my mom and my husband, they all do shit for me. So like I'll have dinner every day for like a week for my birthday. Because my mom will take me, the kids will take
August
me.
22nd.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so if you're, matter of fact, listen, let me explain something to you. If you're born August 23rd, you're not a fucking Leo.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
you Leos
August
don't
5th.
get
They're
on
I'm right
August.
there.
Birthday.
I'm in the
You
juiciness
don't
of
matter,
August.
it's your birthday. You
Sorry.
don't get on August, no.
Yes.
That's what Greyhound's talking about right now. Don't you get it? That's what he's saying.
I don't give a fuck what he says
I
or
know,
what
we
you
know. It's not your birthday. If
It's
you're
my
born
birthday.
August 23rd, you are not a Leo. So August is not your birthday.
August is my birth month. I was born August 5th. I
Okay.
celebrate all motherfucking month.
No.
If there is August in that day, August 1st to 31st, I celebrate.
You can go from July 23rd to August 22nd, but you cannot go past August 22nd because you're in you're in
First
somebody
of all,
else's territory.
First of all, you can't tell me
You're in
what
somebody else's territory.
fuck their territory. It's mine now.
Cancer. Cancer.
Doesn't even make no sense.
It makes sense.
Libra's in October.
So you guys don't make no damn sense. And Joey said Libra gang.
October.
My daughter's a Libra too.
You're missing a whole birth sign in between there.
Is Cancer? Is this?
Dude, who are you talking to?
August 22nd, from August 23rd to the next month is a birth sign. From the end of September to the end of October is Libra. Go.
Who
You're
are you
missing
talking to?
What birth sign is after Leo? What birth sign is after Leo?
Virgo.
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 It's Virgo and then it's
Oh.
Libra.
So yeah, if you're born August 23rd, you're a fucking Virgo. So Libra, stop. Just because you're a lion, don't mean you won't get plucked.
Who are you talking to, dude?
To all the Leos, to my
I'm
dad,
sorry,
my dad,
Who are
to
you
my
talking to
dead
there
ass-
in your
to my
house?
dead ass dad first, to my dead ass dad first, and then my brain dead ass sister is born the same day as her, who feels entitled like he does. Yeah, every goddamn Leo. My other sister, nah, sis ain't like that though. Sis,
I am the way I am, and I blame my mom and my dad and my
blame it on the pain. Yeah, yeah.
You know what? I'll give you. I'm spoiled.
Blame-
I've always been.
Well,
You know what I mean? Like if I
At
call my mom and I tell her right now I want something, I'll get what I want. Like
At least we got you to admit it. At least we got you to understand and accept it. Yeah.
Bye.
that
Yeah.
what I'm spoiled. Anybody in my family, anybody that knows me knows this. Like that's not anything new.
Hey, spoiled is rotten. I don't want something spoiled.
Whatever. I don't know what to tell
That's
you,
how,
dude.
that's how you Libras are. I mean, that's how you Leos are. Spoiled.
I do the same shit. I do the same shit with my kids. My kids are spoiled fucking rotten. They know if they ask me for something, they're gonna get it.
I'm
Like,
fucking
it's just
rotten.
the way it is.
You make banana bread out of rotten bananas.
Oh, and it's the best bread ever. Don't get it fucking twisted. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
JD, you a Libra? My baby mama's a Libra. My brother Rudolph's a Libra too.
So JD is definitely a crybaby because my daughter is a fucking crybaby, dude.
Hey man, Libras are something special, dude. For real, for real.
The crybabies.
Hey, bro. The irony is that like the Libra's an air sign too, like fucking like Aquarius. So we supposed to get along. We don't. I found out the hard way. I got a child by one. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it don't work out. I'm an Aquarius. I'm best to stick with an Aquarius, dude. Honestly, I ain't going outside of that.
I think me and my husband balance each other out pretty good. You think so, babe? Oh shit! Did I forget to put you on speaker? Hold on.
Yeah.
What do you mean you guessed?
When he tattoos that ball and chain on his ankle and foot, then yeah.
You don't think we mesh well?
I didn't say that. I said yes.
Hmm.
You said you didn't put me on speakerphone. And I said I guess.
Oh yeah, because I heard you, but it was like,
come on, but see, she only got one speed.
Yeah, see? You get look, I mean, let's change the subject. We don't want to keep doing this to you right now. It ain't fair. It ain't fair. You need backup. I think you're gonna need some backup. I think you're gonna
I
need
don't
some
need
backup.
backup because in some things he's right. Like I'm always like I'm angry. I'm ready to fight all the time. Like that's just what it is.
I know my sister got an angry ass face too. All the time I say like, God damn, girl, is anything like, can we make you happy somehow, some way? You know what it is? Spoiled rotten. Like I said, you can't satisfy a motherfucker that's spoiled. You can't.
Whatever.
Prove to me that you can be satisfied.
That makes me mad because me and my husband got in a fight a couple weeks ago, and I went to go visit him, and he's like, is anything, wait, how did you say it, babe? Is anything ever going to make you happy? Do you ever think you're going to be happy? And I was like, what? Like, I got in my feelings so bad when he said that.
Oh, they got some ointment at Walgreens for that. You can rub it on that butt hurt.
Fuck you. You're not supposed to laugh. You're supposed to defend me, ass.
Hey, I'm gonna go get you a tub of some anti-butt hurt.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Some anti-butt hurt. We're gonna call it Thea butt hurt.
Yeah, butter. Shut your ass up. You're so dumb.
Let me stop.
Okay, well, my husband wants to go play games, and we kept him busy, so we gotta let him enjoy the rest of his birthday.
All right, brother, man. We love you. We love you. Happy birthday. Bring your ass home, man.
I love you, baby. Happy birthday.
Appreciate it, everybody. Thank you for the love and the support, man. Appreciate everything, man.
And for everybody that's on, whoever hasn't subscribe. We're almost at our goal, so we could do another raffle. Or another, not even it's not a raffle, is it? I guess it is a raffle to get something.
Yeah, it's a raffle. It's pin the tail on a donkey type thing.
He said pin the tail. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We appreciate you being on and interacting with us. I want to say good night. Happy birthday to the love of my life.
Happy birthday, bro. Once again.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to say thank you to everybody. I want to say happy birthday to everybody. Send my love to all the homies out there that sent the love, baby M, little Bumps, my family. Hey, appreciate all the love, man. Mama Deuce, thank you, love you, and man, I'll see you guys on my birthday.
Hey, good night, married lifers.
Every life of Deuce out, hold down.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Dude.
Are you gonna end it or what?
Oh, it's ending. It's just spinning.